Okay, so I've seen this done a couple times on YouTube videos and I really liked it. So I just kind of swiped it and started doing it and making it my own. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the collage. And I'm going to use my other thumbnails. Just go ahead and pick all of them. And open that up in PicMonkey. It's going to take a little bit. And so on the collage part, you only have a couple of options, and these are all my own images. You could add more if you need. There's different layouts, which we'll come back to. There's swatches, so if you're making like a brand board or a mood board, these are great, and there's different ones here. So if you start going through trying to make your brand board to depict your company and the brand that you have, this is a great resource for that. Okay, you also have the background colors and all of that, which I'll show you. So go ahead and start with the different layouts, and you'll see that there's different ones that you could create your own. I never do that, and I'll show you why. There's different ones depending on the size that you want. You can choose different ones, and it gives you a hint. I just go down to the bottom where it says Jigsaw, and I pick the one, depending on how many pictures I have, but I'll pick the one with the most, and then I'll just click on autofill. It will put the pictures in there for me. You want to do the size of 1280 by 70. Now notice when I do 1280, as soon as I hit enter, it's going to make it 1280 there too. So you want to unlock it because it's locking the ratio. So if I change this, it'll automatically change the other number. Like if I change the height, it will automatically change the width to match so your image isn't distorted. But in this instance, we want it to be like that. So I'm going to change this to 720. Okay, so this is perfect for YouTube. Now, if you go to your images, you'll be able to see which ones are used. You'll see little boxes here. So I can replace this one by just dragging it over. Or if I want to use another one with that, I can take this and see how in between you see the little blue bars and things like that. I can drop it and it kind of creates my own. And I could open it up more. So that's why I don't use the other ones with create your own, because you can just kind of create your own as you go. I'm going to close it to delete that. So even this one, if you want to switch them, you could switch this with this. Okay, I don't need two of these, so what I'm going to do is pick another one. I'm actually going to replace this. Oops. I don't want another one. I'm going to replace, I'll do this, and then I'll delete the other one. I keep on creating new ones. Okay. This is going to be hard to undo. So just hover over it a little bit. Okay, I'm kind of going to just leave that. It's kind of hard to get to the edges, but you just kind of click the X and then click it again to get rid of things. So now I'm going to go down to the color, and I think it's called the background, and I'm going to work on the spacing here. But before I do that, I'm going to put in my brand color in the background. So, and actually this one looks a little weird back here. So let's do, that one looks a little better. Let me try my other one. Okay, we'll use this. I never use yellow, so I usually put the spacing kind of small, make it rounded corners, right? And you can play around with how you want this to go. You can actually use this, the little eyedropper, to pick a color in the image so you match with the image. But again, I always stick to my brand colors because I like them. So I'm going to just replace this one because that's just a little dark for me. Okay, when you click on edit, you can zoom in and zoom out, right? You could move it around, things like that. So you can actually just replace things. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do while you're playing around with these. So anyways, I'm going to close that. And then now, so since you're in a collage, you don't have the other features that PicMonkey has to offer. So you want to edit it. Just make sure that when you edit it, that it is exactly how you want it, because it's just like combining the layers. So I'm going to click on edit. It will make sure that I want to open it in an editor. Now you'll see the rest of the features that you get when you're in design. Okay, so now what I do is I usually take a shape and do the rectangle. It's yellow this time, but I guess I can do yellow. Okay, so I have my brand colors, and then I'm just going to fade it just a little bit. You get faded, you can blend it, darken. That one is kind of cool. So anyways, you go through and you figure out which one you want, right? But for me, ooh, that looked weird. Go to normal. I usually just fade it. About 45% is cool. And then I flatten it so I don't have to worry about it moving. See, I'm clicking, nothing's happening. Put my text in, even though this is one place I don't stick with my brand because I like Smash for YouTube. And I try to mix it up. So when I do text, I usually try to drag it to the ends. So when I do center, I know it's exactly in the center. Okay, this might be pink. How to create. Let's pick. I love this one, but let's pick something else. Let's do this one because it's kind of this. Nah. Okay, we'll do this. Make it bigger. Make sure it is in the center. And don't worry about it blending in. Again, you can use your blends right now, but I'm going to show you a different way. Bring that down a little bit. And actually I want this a little bigger. And then I will use, it's like one of the random times that I'm really creative using different ones. Because usually I use my brand fonts here, but when it comes to thumbnails, I'm a little crazy. So I will use whatever I want. Okay. I will keep the colors the same as my brand, so I'm going to do my colors. Okay, so it looks kind of weird because you can't see it. I'm just going to go up to, not that one, the effects. I'm going to go to the artsy effect, I believe it's called. Let's see, artsy, and go to draw. For the background, this is white. I'm going to leave it at white. I'm going to change the hardness way, way down and the size to match the size of the font. It's a little too big. Okay, so you can either kind of click or you can just draw real quick. Oops, that's not what I want. So I'm just going to draw it real quick. You could overlap, like this is however you want to do it. I don't like the way that YouTube looks. I don't know if it's the font or what. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply that. Right click, no, right click on that. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to pick another color. And then I'll make the other color, I'm going to send backwards behind it, and I'll make it a little bit smaller. I don't think it went behind it, but anyways, this looks a little bit better because I could see it. So you just kind of play around with colors and size and all that kind of stuff. To me, actually, I don't like this at all, so I'm going to change the font to something that I like. So I'm going to go back to text. I like Edo. I think that's what it's called. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I call it. Okay, so let me find out. There it is. I'm doing Control A to select all. I'm going to change it. I like that much, much better. And I'm actually going to leave the one in the background. It looks weird, but I like it. So it's all that matters, right? Okay, so that's there. Nope, that's too much. I'm going to delete that. There we go. So that's there. And that's how I create them. And I just save them and upload them with my videos. And actually, I'll show you that if you give me a second. Okay, so I'm on my YouTube channel. If I go to videos, under, this is a video I just loaded. This is ugly, so you want to click on it, right? And if you go to edit, you'll see custom thumbnail. They have some for you to choose from, but you click on custom and you pick your thumbnail. I'm just going to pick a random one because I haven't made one for this one yet. So I have a couple of ones, so I'll just do this. So you select your thumbnail and then you click on save. It's taking a little bit. Sometimes it's kind of weird. Let's try a different one. Okay, so if you do this and you click on save and it still doesn't show, I would wait for like, 30 seconds to a minute. If it still doesn't, I would come in here, select another one, save, then choose one to upload, because sometimes it kind of misses the mark. I don't know what happens, but yeah, so that's how you actually update your custom thumbnail. Hey, so did you like that video? If so, please like and subscribe. If anything didn't make sense or you have a question still, go ahead and leave your comments below and I will try to answer them the best I can. Again, like and subscribe. Thanks and have a great day.